Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the Football Show. Today we're going to discuss yesterday's Premier League games and also games from other European leagues. And also we're going to talk about today's Premier League game as well. So let's get started. Let's start with the yesterday's Premier League games. First, Newcastle United drew 2-2 with Chelsea. It was a game of two halves. I mean, Newcastle in the first half they were absolutely destroying Chelsea 2-0. I mean, Chelsea looked absolutely all over the place. I have to say, in the first half they were losing. They were losing some easy balls and they're losing possession through nothing. Yeah, you could say Newcastle did well to press them and to put them under pressure, but I felt like Chelsea looked a bit. Looked very poor in the first half, losing some easy balls and they were very poor defensively and going forward. They didn't do much in my opinion. And Cole Palmer didn't have a good game as well, but Newcastle played very very well. They were fantastic going forward. They were fantastic and. The crowd was up for it. The players were up for it. And the pressing went well. The energy went well. Everything went well for Newcastle side in the first half, and they could have scored more as well. They could have made it 3-0 before half time. He had an incredible chance to score. He scored two goals. Two goals. By the way, the first goal. I mean, some of the defending from Chelsea was horrendous, but still. Two goals from Voltomede, who kind of, let's say, backfired or maybe gave Newcastle fans a bit of forgiveness for the own goal against Sunderland by scoring two goals against Chelsea. However, that forgiveness maybe didn't last too long because he missed a chance to make it 3-0, which cost Newcastle United the win at the end. But you cannot put it all that down to one chance, to be perfectly honest, really. So. Newcastle were doing really well in the first half, but second half, whatever Merska said in the second half, whatever he said, because I'm pretty sure he said what he said in that halftime team talk, it included some swearing words, but it just come back and they were fantastic in the second half. And Reece James, what an amazing free kick, fantastic free kick, top quality free kick, amazing. That was a brilliant goal. And then the second goal, João Pedro, where Robert Sanchez, listen, he gets some sticks sometimes, but you have to give credit for what he did for the assist, where he played a fantastic ball to João Pedro, and then João Pedro, controlled the ball quite well, and then went past Malik Theo, who slipped a little bit, and then João Pedro with the finish 2-2. So, yeah, Chelsea in the second half, though, in the first half it was like. Newcastle was very good and Chelsea was very bad. In the second half, it was the opposite. Chelsea was very good. Newcastle, I would say they were very bad, but because they had a chance towards the end as well from Harvey Barnes, where he could have easily scored to make it 3-2. But Chelsea, I think, in the second half, they were the better team. They created more chances, and they were very good in the second half. Chelsea, they upped their game. You've got players like Reece James. I thought he was amazing. Not only the goal, he understood how much the game meant to Chelsea, especially, because I don't think in that first half. I mean, I don't think that Chelsea players looked, I would say they looked a bit careless in my opinion in their first half. But I would say the only player who maybe understood the game quite well and understood like how much it meant was Reece James, in my opinion. Garnacho had a very poor game. Cole Palmer didn't have his best game. But João Pedro, brilliant. He was very good as well. I have to say, he scored. So, yeah. And also Enzo Fernandez, when he came on, I thought he changed the game. I thought he looked, very very good. Looked so strong when he came on. So he had a very good game. So a great comeback for Chelsea. Considering the circumstances, a good comeback, but also you could say why you put yourselves in that situation in the first half. So, yeah. But at the same time, Newcastle should be also feel disappointed because that's not the first time they've had a lead like this season, and they drop points and they don't win. They've had like winning positions where they lose it at the end. So, yeah, this is maybe something that Eddie Howe and Newcastle should work on because they've had a couple of leads like this in the past before this season and they don't win in the end. So yeah, but it was a very good game. I actually enjoyed it. It was end to end, both teams attacking. Very good game. So yeah, Brentford beat Wolves 2-0. Goals from two goals from Keane, Lewis, Potter. Manchester City continuing their winning ways by beating West Ham 3-0. Another win, another clean sheet for Man City. Two goals from Erling Haaland and a goal from Reinders. Again, Haaland keeps scoring again. The guy's a machine. And you look at the second goal as well that City scored from Reinders. I know it came from West Ham's mistake, and you can say West Ham are not that good. But you look at the goal, the way that City scored that goal, Cherky to Haaland to Reinders, and then the finish. I mean, it was a brilliant team goal for Manchester City, that one. So, yeah, you look at this game like Reinders, who, I remember in the first game against Wolves where he was absolutely amazing, and you think like, okay, he could be the new replacement to Ilkay Gundogan, and I think that's the only, the game where I have to say before this game, the only game where you could say, oh, Reinders was really, really that good. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but I'm not saying he's been a flop for Man City, but that was the game where I can remember, oh, he was absolutely amazing out of this world. But this game, he was very good. He was very good. And in this game, I have to say, he looked like he was playing as a number 10. You look better playing as a number 10. Is it his best position, playing as a number 10 when he goes forward? Listen, I know at AC Milan he used to play like a box-to-box midfielder, but that's not, number 10. In this game, he looked like he played like a number 10. He looked much, much better. He was amazing. So, is that going to be his preferred position in the future? I don't know. Let's see. But Cherky, again, he had a very good performance. He didn't score, but again, he looked very lively, looked very good. He had a very, very good performance once again. And if you don't enjoy Cherky or playing football, you should not like football then. If you don't enjoy Cherky, playing football, because that guy is a top quality player. I mean, the talent is amazing. He's amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Haaland with the 2 goals. The guy keeps breaking records for fun. He's now scored already. I think I heard he scored more goals than Cristiano Ronaldo in the Premier League history. All the Premier League, all-time Premier League goals. The guy is an absolute machine. But City, they, I would say, this defensively, City was another clean sheet. But you could say maybe, and even Guardiola would admit this, because he has high standards, that City could see some a couple of chances early on in the second half. West Ham had 2 chances they could see. So even though Man City kept a clean sheet and they looked more solid defensively, maybe this is something they could work on and improve more. Because with all due respect, playing against West Ham is not as tough as playing against the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, etc. So, but very good win for City, very good win for Pep Guardiola. They keep winning, keep closing on Arsenal, who responded with a win, which I'm going to talk about later. But another win for City, so that they should, Manchester City fans should be happy. Brighton drew 0-0 with Sunderland. Not much to talk about that game. Bournemouth drew 1-1 with Burnley. Bournemouth with the goal that went a lot thanks to a goal from Antoine Semenyo, who's had an amazing season for Bournemouth. I guarantee he's going to move to a big club quite soon, whether that's going to be January or in the summer. But Amada Broja scoring the late equaliser to salvage a point for Burnley. Tottenham against Liverpool ended a 2-1 win for... Oh, by the way, before I talk about Tottenham against Liverpool, sorry, I forgot to mention in the Newcastle United versus Chelsea game. I mean, there was some refereeing decisions where I felt like 2 penalties should have gone to Newcastle. Like the handball, why that was not a penalty? The first one, I think that should have been easily a penalty for Newcastle United. I don't know how it wasn't a penalty. The second one where it was shoulder to shoulder, I agree I think that was a correct decision to not give it as a penalty. But the Reece James on Harvey Barnes one, that's a penalty. That's a clear penalty. So I think Newcastle should have had 2 penalties. And if you want to make an argument for the shoulder to shoulder, because yeah, it was quite aggressive, but I still maintain that shoulder to shoulder is not a foul. But Newcastle should have had two penalties: the handball and the Reece James on Harvey Barnes one. Why it wasn't? Why those two were not given as penalties? Like, why did even the VAR even intervene? Like, I don't understand. Like, again, VAR is always sleeping. They're always sleeping. They always get things. The referees and VAR always get things wrong in the only in the Premier League you'll see this. Only in the Premier League. Maybe Spanish League as well, but only in the Premier League. You'll see this more often. Incredible. But anyway, let's move on to Tottenham against Liverpool. Liverpool win 2-1 against Tottenham. Yeah, it was a game where I would say it was a scintillating, a box office, a magnificent victory for Liverpool, because it looked quite even between these two before the red card in the first half. And then Javi Simmons, I don't know what was he thinking. I don't know what are you doing. He's not playing. He was not going for the ball. He was not going for the ball. That one when he made that challenge on Van Dijk. And when you make a challenge like that on Van Dijk, like, do you expect anything else other than the red card? No. Like Javi Simmons, I don't know what he was so stupid to do that challenge. And this season, I mean, I remember signing for Tottenham early in the season. I thought he was going to be a big signing for Tottenham. I thought he was going to be a big step up for them. I thought he would improve them a lot, and he was going to be a fantastic player for them. But my word, he's been absolutely woeful this season. Absolutely woeful. Not contributing anything. Not improving. Not scoring. Not assisting. Nothing. I've seen nothing from Javi Simmons this season where I could say, oh, he's a top quality player. He's going to be the start of the future for Tottenham. No, I've seen nothing, absolutely nothing. When I watched him in other leagues like the Bundesliga for RB Leipzig, I thought like, oh, this is a top quality player. He's a serious player. This guy, I would like to see him play for a big club. But when you see him playing in the Premier League, oh my God, it's chalk and cheese. It's chalk and cheese. It's chalk and cheese. The player in Bundesliga compared to the player in the Premier League. It's chalk and cheese. Absolutely woeful. Absolutely woeful. So, and that one summed up all the problems that he's had in this season in the Premier League for Tottenham. So, yeah, absolutely not good enough from him. But then that changed the game, and that gave Liverpool an advantage for the rest of the game. Liverpool got the lead from Alexander Isak. Finally, he scored. He scored against West Ham, but it was against West Ham. This time, it was against Tottenham away. Brilliant finish. It came from, a bad mistake from Tottenham. I think it was from Romero, but then Liverpool capitalized it quickly. Assist from Florian Wirtz. Finished with Isak 1-0. However, he got injured because of when he shot the ball, Van de Ven made a big tackle on him. So hopefully Isak, and he was injured because in the consequence of that. So hopefully Isak is going to be okay, and he's going to be fine. Hopefully it's not a series of an injury. So because from what I saw, it looked like it looked a bit painful. So hopefully he's going to be okay. And it's a shame because considering he scored a big goal for Liverpool in the game, big moment, to see him injured. It's not a great thing to see. And then Liverpool scored the second goal from Ekitike. I mean, some of the shenanigans and some of the poor defending from Tottenham from that goal, I mean, was again woeful. How can they let a goal like that go in for that second goal? I don't know, but Frimpong with assist, Ekitike scoring again. I mean, he's going to be if he keeps this level of performance for Liverpool in the upcoming years, he's going to be a superstar for Liverpool, because you look at his performances compared to Isak. I know he scored in this game, but you look at his performance compared to Isak. Especially Isak, he played in the Premier League for a couple of years with Newcastle, and Ekitike first year in the Premier League. Compared to Isaac, Ekitike's been amazing. He's been absolutely superb. He's been better than Isaac. So again, another goal. He's been an amazing run of form, and not only I would like to see, I think